Going to Starbucks. There's human poop back there. Human feces. Ugh. That's grody. But we are in the desert. Well, gosh, I guess we're not. We're in NorCal. We are in a freeway stop. We are in a civilized a spot right off the I-5. And there's fast food and a Walmart. And lots of open country. So, it makes sense that homeless people would find that spot and utilize it. Oh, wow, that's pretty, dude. Wow. So, we're in Yreka. Made some serious headway yesterday. Just being in Dunsmuir, getting all of our electronics charged. Huge shout out to Elite's family, and huge shout out to Cosmic Honey Mothership. Y'all really blessed us, and we didn't have to, excuse me, none of us had to buy groceries. None of us had to buy groceries because of all of your contributions and your support. So that's huge. That's never happened to me before, on the trail or in life in general. This is really new to me, really foreign to me, and just an immeasurable blessing. So you can see these fields out here. We walked by these. We were gonna go try and sleep in them last night, but that's just that's just gross. Just trash, and I don't know what would have been there, man. Are those like remnants of houses or what? Anyways, I'm headed over to Starbucks. They open in 5 minutes. I'm gonna charge up my phone there, and then wait for the boys and figure out what the bus situation is gonna be like to get to Etna, so that we can get back on trail. I've also been wearing socks all day. I wore socks all day yesterday. I'm still wearing them. Electrolytes Maj hooked it up with some, her stepmom hooked it up with some really dope salve she makes herself, and it's got a bunch of just good herbal stuff in it and some olive oil in it too. And so I mixed that with some Tiger Balm yesterday and just slathered it all over my feet and put my socks on and just kept them on all day. And that's what I do at night, is I just hit them with the moisture and then put some socks on, and the next day it's like, wow, like major difference as far as like cracked skin or sore feet. And hopefully that'll really take care of some of those gnarly rowdy calluses that I've got going on. So yeah, that's it's not what I would have liked to do all day. It was really hot, but I spent a surprising amount of time in the shade and in the AC of the pizza place yesterday. So yeah, that was nice. I got a pepperoni pizza there at the Pizza Factory in Dunsmuir. Highly recommend going there. $20 for a pizza. It's gonna be a while before we eat town food again though, so kind of let that one go. It was good pizza. It really was. I recommend going there. Best crust on trail so far at the Pizza Factory in Dunsmuir. Well, it's 9 o'clock in Yreka, and we're chilling at Starbucks. We've been here for quite a while, pretty much almost since they opened. Did that knock that down?
It was mostly just, I think it unplugged actually.
Okay, all right. We're just we're just cooling here. I'm doing some gear repair going on right here. My Hilltop Packs hip pouch is hurting right now, so I'm waiting for the Goodwill to open. We're figuring out logistics for the day for getting back on trail, and yeah, I think everyone got some decent sleep sitting on lying on the Connexes. But there was a whole bunch, all that poop between them on the ground was kind of troubling. So I don't know when we'll be back on trail, but we will be back on trail to do some actual professional miles today, if you can put it that way. Good morning. Tragedy hath befallen me on this day. I have a scratch. Oh gosh, it's a really bad scratch. It might be a crack in my wide angle lens. I had a feeling this would happen. Oh God, it's so bad. Oh, I had a feeling this would happen. I just really had hoped it would happen a lot closer to Canada. This is gonna make me bummed, man. There's nothing I can do about it. I think it probably happened last night when I was climbing up onto the Connex containers in the dark with Jimmy and Electrolyte. I'm here in Yreka at Starbucks, and just waiting for a video to upload, and thought I would give some context to a few things. Basically, here's our status report. It's like August 6th, and we're in Yreka. There's wildfires going on. They're spreading fast and growing fast, and not too many, but enough that it puts a bit of a wrench in our operations, which is not an issue. We've been pretty much waiting for this, not hoping for it, but waiting for it. The plan right now is to get to Etna and continue hiking north from Etna. We got to figure out how to get there, though. And that means figuring out public transit. That means just figuring out things. We've just been charging up our stuff here and getting going. Yeah, we just gotta figure out how to get to Etna. I think there's a bus that goes through there. It's just been a matter of, figuring that out. I got some video edited. Yes, we had the craziest hitch of our entire trail the other night with this old dozer driver named Jimmy, ironically. It was, and by the time that he was a meth smoker. By the time that Dudeski was whipping the piece out and firing up the bub, firing up the bubble and smoking bloody godforsaken meth, it was too late. We were in the car, we were locked in. Dude was doing 100 down the highway, skirting between semi trucks, other traffic, saying crazy stuff, man. Like, I used to race and Rubbin's racing and people don't know how to drive, and we're basically holding on for dear life. We'd had this awesome encounter. The dude didn't really give off any red flags. We didn't think meth user, bro. We just thought this guy's a crazy old trucker. That he was in his late 50s. Guys get 58, 62, and they get into that range, and they get a little old, they get a little seedy sometimes, and he was there was nothing that would make us think that this guy was smoking meth. And lo and behold, he whips it out in the car, and it's just bro, the fuck, man. I mean, I'm sorry, sorry, children, ladies, please excuse that language. It was a really frustrating, really scary night for us all. It definitely was not whoa, this is crazy. It was oh no, we're in a car with a freaking meth smoker. This guy could kill us. Like, this guy at any minute could just do some crazy tweaker style thing. And I don't know, drive into one of the semis. We were getting passed by highway patrol, hauling up the I-5 to Dunsmuir with this guy. It was terrible. And you know what? Some of you watching this, you might think, like, why didn't you get out? Why didn't you make him pull over? Why didn't you just get out right then? What's wrong with you that would make you... What is it in you that would make you think it's okay? No, none of us think it's okay to get into a car with someone like that, to ride in a car with someone like that. It's just, none of us have hitchhiked before this trail. And so hitchhiking in itself, which is something that you're raised to, like, not do, God willing you have good parents, like, it's not something like people do. It's not safe. Stranger danger, man. And all three of us have had really, really good luck hitching all trail. We've had great experiences, nothing really sketchy at all. and save for my, like, unhinged hitch out of Idlewild back in the day. But like, I don't know, man. We all, and maybe it's because there's three of us, and we feel maybe it's a subversive strength in numbers. But yeah, man, just didn't see that coming. We were like texting each other in the car. Me and Jimmy were like typing out messages to each other in our notes apps and showing them to each other, like, dude, what do we do? Dude, what do we do? And I told him, like, dude, our hitch driver smoking meth was not in the PCT 2025 bingo, man. Yeah. Jimmy was so upset. He was like, dude, I'm ready to I would pull this guy out of the car right now and have my way with him. Electrolyte was, I think, the only one who was really keeping his cool. And after the fact, he ended up being like, yeah, well, actually, me and Loopy had a sketchier situation than that. And we're like, what? None of us really could have seen it coming. And, just you live and you learn. Yeah.
Almost, I don't want to say it's an art form, but it's something you do gotta learn the ins and outs if you're gonna do it safely. Because you can just throw your thumb out, but it's a ticking time bomb until you experience something like that. Motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Alberto, the homie. I hiked with him and Captain Planet, and Gerbil and Spicy Nudes. Hope you're all doing good. I know they're all up in Washington right now. Shout out to him, because I was DMing him about it, and he was like, dude, I've been there, man, and you just got to pay extra attention when you're when you're hitching with people. Like, you got to look for red flags you wouldn't normally look for in life anyways. And yeah, I think we all three of us are on a very similar page now. We're all on the same page. Like, we all now know, I think we're going to be a little more wary hitching going forward.
We all get out of the car, pull them out there with us, and we
You're good. That's it. Yeah. If we're ever in a hitchhike again and a guy pulls a meth pipe out, well, I mean, yeah, we're gonna smoke. No.
We're gonna see who's the crazier motherfucker.
The guy smoking meth, or the three guys hitching with a meth smoker. But we are, it is going to be a thing going forward that, we're not going to mess with. Like, I think we'll definitely all be a lot more communicative and wary when it comes to getting into hitches. And honestly, going forward, if that ever happens again, I'm going to have no problem. Just now that I've been in that situation, I'm going to have no problem being like, dude, pull over, and just let me out. I don't care where I am. I don't care if I'm in the middle of nowhere. Get me out of the car. I'm like, it's never going to be a thing again, honestly. So that was the context behind that. Otherwise, Dunsmuir was sick. Yeah, I guess so. It was actually mid. Mountain town. Nothing was open until Wednesdays. Their week is like Wednesday to Saturday. Shout out if you have enough money to live there. Grocery store wasn't too expensive. Selection wasn't too great. The pizza was good. I will say that. The pizza was good. But yeah, dude. I'm over meth heads. I'm over wooks. To be quite honest, I think I might be over train hoppers too.
I'm over human shit.
I'm over human feces. I'm over with that. Yeah. It's right around 10:30, 11 right now. We got to figure out how to get to Etna, and today is going to continue on from there. Yeah. Just one more round of shout outs to Cosmic Honey Mothership, Mermaid Loves Mountains, Paladin, hiker. He hit me up on Instagram. Shout out to you, bro. He's hiked the trail before. Huge shout out to Roger, aka Go Bears. He works at the local Walmart here. He hiked in 78 and 79. Has made over a dozen attempts on hiking the trail. Broke his ankle in 98 trying to go Sobo, and it was absolutely crazy. We ran into him this morning. That was dope. Shout out to all the firefighters out there, the hot shots, anyone working with the Forest Service, out there in the field. Shout out to you guys. We've seen a lot of firefighters and Forest Service workers and CAL FIRE employees today around here. So shout out to all y'all. And yeah. Shout out to my boys right here. Shout out to them boys. Shout out to everyone else on trail right now. It's the 7th. Is it the 6th or 7th today? 6th? It's Wednesday the 6th. It's Wednesday the 6th. Yeah, so the day continues.
Like this with my bike, like oh shit. Just because then it's like, then it opens you up to doing stuff if your bike breaks down, if anything happens. You have the knowledge to at least jerry-rig something and get it somewhat usable.
Oh, I mean, as far as bike mechanics, bro, I can help you with all that shit. Like, seriously. Seriously.
A lot of it's like, I've noticed too, is it's like you could watch a few YouTube videos and learn so much. The main thing is though, it just takes a next level of patience.
It takes a next level of patience, but there's certain things that like bike mechanics that have been dealing with all those things on different frames and different years of bikes for decades. They know stuff that we just don't know. And I happen to have friends who like have that wisdom and knowledge that I'm grateful to have as friends. And they'll like, I could like hit one of them up and be like, dude, what is actually going on with this? And they'd be like, well, I've been dealing with that for 18 years. This is what you do. This is the best. Like, because bike mechanics, first off, don't get paid enough. And second of all, they like don't get paid enough. And the work and the labor, oh my God.
Yeah, those dudes only do it because they just are like autistic with bikes.
It's ridiculous. They really are, yeah. But no, like doing something, getting home that's like seriously like endurance, high energy, but also like manageable from a training standpoint. Cycling's cool, but cycling can be hectic because you're moving so fast. You really are.
I mean, you should.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just not as peaceful as maybe like being on a trail, but also with cycling, you can walk out your door and instantly be getting like the gnarliest workout. So there's trade-offs. I don't want to have to worry about driving to the gym, even though I'd like my own home gym. I don't want to have to worry about driving to a trailhead. That's too much time. It's too much time, man. You gotta be able to wake up and work out.
Yeah, when I get home, all the hikes I used to do for like there's this one mountain, Saddleback Mountain. It's just the tallest peak we have. It's kind of cool. Just from my little like town near the beach, you look out, you just see this one big ass like peak. It's only like 5,500 feet, but it's like still cool. And it was like that was something where it's like I tried doing it with my bike one time. I just didn't have enough electrolytes, and I had to come down because my legs were cramping up so bad. Where there's a few times where I'm like slamming on the brakes, and I'm literally just to the point where I can just throw myself in the bushes just because my legs were cramping up so hard. And then even hiking wise, it was just like it would have taken me like I would have had to camp up there to like do it. But like now, dude, I could probably like crush that thing out in a couple hours, dude.
I mean, you're using different muscles now though, because I was thinking about that a few weeks ago, and you're definitely using different muscles. So getting on the bike, you could actually be a total piece of garbage.
I think the thing is though, is it like
maybe not.
But I feel like a lot of it is depending on like how you do both, because in the end, it's like.
A powerhouse is a powerhouse.
Well, yeah, because in the end, too, I do feel like with bikes where it's like if you're just like going pure muscle out, it's like there's almost like a technique to like stuff like that where it's where it's like if you're just jamming shit out, like just going all out, there's only so far you're gonna get before all your shit's done. I do feel at least with hiking, it's like it's worked enough to where there's no way I haven't improved. So
there's fun things about cycling that you don't experience until you go on like a ride with a few other gnarly chargers, like pace lining. Dude, have you ever pace lined? Pace lining is when, like, let's say there's like 3 or 4 of you and you're all riding in a line. You ride in each other's draft. You never if these are your wheels, you never do that. You never overlap. Yeah, because that'll kill you all. But you stay right there and you stay in each other's slipstream, right? And then so the person in the front, they pull for like so many minutes, and then they pull out to the left. They slow down a little bit. They get a rest. The rest of the group, the rest of the guys move forward. The next person behind him now is pulling. That person is now in the back in everybody's slipstream, so he has full recovery options and opportunities. And you do that. And sometimes group rides, when you're doing like 60 to 100 miles, you know, if there's like 3 or 4 of you, then you might pull for 10 minutes. You might pull for 5 minutes. You might pull for 20 minutes. It all depends on what you agree on and your communication and all that. But man, when you're fully recovered and you're on a long ride and you're all feeling the efficiency, you can keep like 23 miles an hour on flats, dude, when there's several of you, because you create a larger mass that cuts through the wind too. And then because you're all trading off to be a totally energy efficient, you're just killing it. And it is the gnarliest feeling. And we hike in a row sometimes in a line, like really close to each other, but it's nothing like that, dude. When you do experience it, dude, you're gonna be like, what? Yeah.
You're telling me hiking directly on your ass won't make me quicker?
Oh, it will.
Will it?
It will. It'll make you fast.
That slingshot action, you just slingshotting around you.
Yeah, totally. Same thing, dude. Same thing. That's how attacking goes in bike racing too, is because if you're right behind someone, you slingshot because you've got I don't know. Anyways, I'm doing a Taco Bell. Well, still here in Yreka. Just been waiting for the afternoon bus. Comes at 2:40. And then we're gonna be moving on, getting to Etna, getting back on trail. Yeah, super sick of being here. Just been basically just hanging out, doing nothing, editing some videos, uploading some videos, charging electronics, and just had some Taco Bell, just, you know, not moving and grooving, so not really hungry and just waiting for the clock to tick by. I'm gonna go meet up with Electrolyte and Jimmy now and get over to the bus stop, which is right across the street. So yeah, I'm gonna get to Etna. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, for real. All right, well, made it to Etna. It's a beautiful little town. Beautiful little small town. There's the library over there. Some gorgeous American flags. And I'm right outside Ray's food place, the grocery store. And look what I found. I don't know whose pack that is, but it belongs to a thru hiker. So let's go check this town out. Probably plug in at the library for a moment, top off some electronics, and figure out how to get to trail. It's about 3:45 p.m.
This building right here, someone's got to live here, so I don't want to get too all up in their personal beat, but this is just so sick back here, dude. I mean, in the middle of this little town, just like in the middle of nowhere, California, just like, I love that. And you know, I fell in love with that in Seattle, that kind of aesthetic as far as, you know, neighborhoods and housing and all that. But you know, the unfortunate part of that is that, you know, you're experiencing that aesthetic in a metropolis, and a really dirty, grimy one. Look at the library. Wow. Etna Library. Oh, let's go inside, shall we? Look, they've got burn information out here. Smoke outlook. I'll leave my pack right there. Wow. Hi there, how are you? No, I'm just stopping in. Yeah, I'm a PCT hiker.
Yes.
And like, libraries are one of my favorite things of the towns that have them.
Yay.
Chester was the last real nice one that I saw.
It's been a while since Chester, yeah.
Yeah.
We moved to this county in 1988 because they had 10 library branches.
Really?
10, and it's a very rural town. It's huge, size of Massachusetts.
Yeah, but it's very rural.
Very rural.
Yeah.
And they were able to keep that many libraries open. I think they're up to 12 now.
That's beautiful.
And so, yeah, and it's mostly volunteers now. The county has a paid librarian. We have a 10-hour-a-week paid librarian here, and the rest of us are just volunteers. Keep it open.
I'm from Washington State, and I grew up in Snohomish County for
Yeah.
the most part. A pretty rural county.
Yeah.
And I was a homeschooler. I was homeschooled.
Oh, yeah.
My whole life.
Yeah, homeschool. That's our popular here too.
Yeah.
Because the schools are decent libraries. So
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
But yeah, no, we're happy for homeschoolers because those kids take out so many books every week. So I'm glad you've learned to appreciate
Yeah.
hard-earned.
Libraries were
space
one of my haunts as a kid. So
Yay.
and this one's just like
We just finished our summer reading program, which was
Really?
really fun. We had a dial here, a spinner, and people got prizes for each book they read.
That's great. That's
So-
awesome.
And then we will display at the county fair, which started today.
Yeah, that's over in Yreka, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that.
This
I saw that.
side of I-5.
Yeah. We've got the Evergreen State Fair up north. Yeah, that's our
Okay.
state fair.
Yeah.
But I saw that. Yeah.
So you're hiking north to south?
Hiking south to north. Yeah,
Oh,
northbound.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just about to get into Oregon here.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little interruption of the fire here. Happens every year. We have some interruption with wildfire here.
Yeah.
This isn't a bad one, really.
That's what I've heard. What was your name?
Sari.
Sarah.
Right.
My name's Nicholas. Nice
Nicholas,
to meet you, ma'am.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Yes,
meet you.
Enjoy, take photos, whatever you want.
I'm gonna poke around. Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations on making it this far.
Hey, thanks so much.
Yeah.
Wow. There are magazines here. Wow, cool. Good housekeeping. Fiction. Oh, man. Biographies. The Rise of Henry Ford. Shout out to Henry Ford. Shout out. Ooh, my mom knits. The Book of the Dead. We don't need that. Wow. Oh, Rangers. This is the book in the very corner of this corner of the library. Oh, what? Oh, look who I ran into. Miss Pauline from Tejas and the one and only Mosey. A wild Mosey in the flesh. Here at the library. Look at all these beautiful hikers out here, just looking fresh and fly. Young, fresh fellows out here. Young, fresh fellows. What a lovely town. What a lovely little library.
The burn section, yeah, is 3 or 4 miles is gonna hurt you.
You can almost kind of see it over there. But
Wow. Back up at the crest.
I mean,
Can I put you on camera?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, cool. I'm here with Double Zero.
Actually kind of smell it a little bit. The wind is pushing that
Yeah, it is.
fire towards here just a little bit. But
Double Zero's been hiking the trail for how many years?
28 years now.
28 years.
I'm working on my third time the whole trail.
Amazing. He was the trail angel that brought us to the trail today. So thank you very much.
Happy
sir.
trails to you all.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shout out to Double Zero. All right. Made it to the Etna summit August 7th. August 6th. It's August 6th. I've had my dates mixed up. That's okay. We made it to the Etna summit. Oh, man. And we've had a great time here. Shout out to Double Zero for the ride. Appreciate that, bruh. Longtime lash hiker. Shout out to him. Oh, we got some traffic here. Hello. Oh, U.S. Forest Service. Okay. Electrolyte is in his shorts. A whole new look we've never seen before. This whole new version of Electrolyte we've never experienced before. Jimmy, are you ready to go?
I suppose.
Yeah, I'm about to mix up. I have 1 liter of water and we have 7.5 miles to go to the next water that's on the map. And I have one more little of these crazy 50 cents for 10 packs of something that just says energy. And it's got 195 milligrams of caffeine in it and some B vitamins, and it's very sketchy. Probably shouldn't be drinking it, but gonna drink it because gotta get this done. Not really sure what's going on here.
Ignore me, bro. I had some chafe.
See, folks, chafe is so real. It's so real. Y'all heard me talk about it.
It's been several days and it's still not healed.
We're just men trying to survive this.
We're just men with thick cheeks and thick thighs. Lord, forgive me for my sins.
Forgive us for our thick cheeks and thick thighs, Lord. Send us some thick cheeks and thick thighs hiker mamas. Please, Lord. Are you up there, Lord? Listening? Please, Lord. Well, it's been an awesome day. It was so cool to see Mosey and Pauline and Etna. It was cool to see all those folks in Etna. Nacho, Happy Meal. Yeah. And Etna was so cool. I really would have loved to stay there. But when the opportunity came to get a hitch, all of a sudden, just like someone hauled it out. Jimmy, I think, he was like, hey, because Double Zero had pulled up, ready to offer hikers a ride. And he had room for 3. And so shout out to Double Zero. Thank you so much, dude. And getting back on trail, it's what we need to do. So yeah, that was just incredible. It's hard to believe that several hours ago, I was in a Starbucks charging my phone and eating Taco Bell when now I'm back on the PCT. Here we go. So, sending it. We have from the Etna summit 7.5 miles to the next water marked on the map. I have 1 liter of water on me, so got a mark. Let's go. All right, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool view here. A little bit of a ridge walk. Little 6,500 elevation ridge walk. Beautiful little valley out here. Pretty sick. Turns out we passed Castle Crag State Park, whatever it is, and the skip we just did around the whole big cliff situation, big cliff fire situation. I'm a little bummed about that, but I was just thinking about it and I was like, man, I don't give a rat's tuchus about that because, man, we got goat rocks up in Washington.
I just need to get out of this state, out of Oregon, get to Washington, and get to some real mountains, some real wilderness, the prettiest jewel of the PCT. It's not the Sierras. It's not anything else. It's not the desert. They're saying it could be the Sierras. They're probably wrong. They're probably wrong. It's the Cascades in Washington. I've been there many times. Anyways, mobbing right now. That's smoke right there, dude. That's big smoke. And I ain't talking GTA. There's electrolyte and cactus ass back there. Yeah. Let's go. Woo. So I'm on a trail outside of Etna, and I'm in one of my favorite but also least favorite parts of the day. Just like the mornings, in the late mornings, everyone calls it golden hour this time of day, and I've spoken about that in previous videos before, but it's just like, dude, it's such a pain in the rear, because I'm like trying to walk, trying to like focus on the ground, where rocks are, where terrain is, and I've got the sun glaring in my face, and it's too low for my hat to help, and it's also like too angled for my sunglasses to really help. So my sunglasses are basically, oh God, I got stupid spit on the sides of my mouth. That stupid, dry, weird spit that you get after you've been running or cycling or hiking for a while. And, it just makes it really hard to, gauge the trail. And so it hurts a little extra to walk on rocky, crappy trail. Like, this is really just shitty trail. I mean, it's not shitty. Excuse my French. It's well maintained, but it's full of rocks. It's just like walking on river rock. It's, but, so many hundreds of miles of the trail are like this. Anyways, I'm way behind Jimmy, and I'm way ahead of electrolyte and cactus ass, which makes me feel like I'm really hiking solo, which is actually a feeling I relish lately. Love my boys, but I do enjoy the opportunity to get into my own thoughts and lack of thoughts. In fact, yeah. Oh, look, a switchback. Oh, how lovely. Nice. Cool. Trail rocky as hell. Yesterday actually, I woke up so grateful for what I'm doing, and also so grateful because for the first time in weeks, I felt like this feeling of like, I don't care about my ex. I don't care about what she's got going on, her life, her hike, anything like that. I don't care. And that was a first for me. So it was a huge, huge breakthrough right there. Shout out all men who've been in relationships with abusive women, narcissistic women, hateful women. I've grown up around so many amazing, positive, absolutely stellar women in my life. And I regard women quite highly, actually. Who else has the ability to, be the conduit with which life enters this world? Sure, us men, yeah, we can create life. We have our seed. But women are the conduit for the transition of the human being into this reality. And my ex-fiance, she's just such a bad person. She's just full of so much malevolence and malignancy. When I found out she was hiking southbound, pretty much lived in a state of anxiety, panic for like a week. Definitely was nowhere like, oh, I almost got off trail. No, but it was just a terrible state of anxiety and panic, and I was having these terrible nightmares and waking up in a cold sweat and all this, just because anything good she will seek to, she's the kind of person who will seek to sully anything positive and good. Gosh, it's just, some people are like that. And the other day I woke up, day before yesterday I woke up, and I didn't think a thing of her. Instead, I was enveloped in this feeling of gratitude to be a thru hiker and in my own body and self and mind and soul. Just was, that was a first for me for a long time, because I've been in a really bad mental and emotional place that I've kind of been trying to mask, cover up, because the sheer thought of being around my ex-fiance just drives me towards madness. She's just an evil person, a bad person. And I don't do bad people, man. I only want to be a good person. And I only want to be around good quality people. And she's everything but that. And she's like the polar opposite of me. She's like kryptonite to Superman and vice versa. And she's not the first person I've been with who's like that. It's just been over a decade and a half since then, or more. Anyways, I just thought I'd share this because, I think it's important for men to hear this sort of stuff from other men. Society tries to corral us into these ways of being where we're supposed to be unaffected by our emotions, and women are supposed to be objects to us and not worth anything, but that's really not the case. Women and men, we're so alpha and omega. We are the yin to each other's yang. And so, both sexes have this destitutal, is that a word? Responsibility to each other. And that's just, not only is it fading in society, but, so many people are victims of that, and I don't want to be one. So I was so in love with my ex. She's the only girl I ever proposed to. The day I proposed to her, it was sunset and we were headed out. I think we were going to the grocery store in my neighborhood in Seattle, and it was a beautiful sunset, and did the classic look that way, and then, turned around, got down on one knee, and, we both cried. It was beautiful. It was like one of those, impromptu, kind of movie type things, and I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm into that stuff. And, not even later that evening, she goes, we'll have to get a different rock. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, we'll have to get a different rock. My ex proposed to me with this same stone. And I was like, what? Yeah, so that was gutting. Finally going downhill now. Nice. just a couple of weeks after I originally proposed to her. We were on the waterfront of Seattle. This really scenic pier, Pier 66, I think. I don't remember. And we're looking out at the sunset, and she goes, "Hey Nick, I wish you would have proposed to me here." I think this feels like the first time I've shared this in a video. I've really tried not to, because it's not really, I don't think it's really healthy to like be like talking all about shitty previous relationships. But you know, I still have damage from it, and I'm sharing it. So fuck my ego. Oh, NorCal. Oh, NorCal. Ugh. Little saddle action up here. Love it, dude. Love it. I love saddle action, bruv. I really do. Oh my gosh. Yes. Ooh, sun in my eyes. You know what? Get in my eyes, son. Get all up in these retinas with your evening rays, and heal me like you healed the Egyptians before that would sun gaze into you in the morning and dawn. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Northern California, folks. There we have it. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies. Oh, because we all know there's only two genders, baby. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Northern California, for your viewing pleasure. Oh my goodness. Wow, let's stop for a minute, get a nice look around, and do believe that is the ridge we're going to be hiking along right there. Yeah, smoke setting in the valleys, looks like about that, and off we go. Feet don't fail me now. Our feet don't fail me now. I say our feet don't fail me now. Our feet don't fail me now. Whoa! I just remembered I might have to go to the Best Buy in Medford to get my iPhone wide-angle camera lens repaired. Dang it. We'll see. Alexa, play Lay Lady Lay by Ministry. Oh, gotcha, didn't I? Gotcha right there. All my audiophiles know. .45, just barely a mile to go to get to camp. The Trail Angel 00, who gave us a ride, he was passing by a creek on the access road up to the trailhead, and he was like, "Any of you guys need water? This is the last water." And we're like, "Nah." And I was like, "Uh-oh." I had a leader, but then I looked too far out and saw that it was 7.5 miles to the first water on trail. So, look at that sunset. Look at that right there. What a treat. Okay, we made it the 7.5 miles to this first water source since we got dropped off at the trailhead, and it's called like Little Cub Spring or something, I don't know, but we're just juking our way on a blue blaze, trying to get to it. Bit of a longer blue blaze, but with no water nearby otherwise, it's really not a big deal. Okay, it's getting all green and lush. Must be nearby.
Where is it?
I think I'll right here for the
Shows it's fucking up there. Well, it did. It branched off into the grass back there. Well, found it. Friggin' just so much for dry feet. Ah. Oh well. Good flow though. Get some source waters. Looks like it's coming right in there. What the? Okay, 9:30 and back on the trail with just over 3 liters of water for a dry camp tonight, and then 3 miles to water in the morning. Ramen going. We made it into trail quite a few miles. Got water at a spring. I think Jimmy and Electrolyte are sacked out. I'm cooking some ramen for dinner and drying out my sleeping bag. Yeah, it's incredible to think that like this morning we all woke up on top of 2 Connexes behind some freaky deaky warehouse building in Yreka, and here we are back on trail, making miles. Yeah. Tomorrow's a new day and we'll move up trail probably 20-25 miles. Right now it's time for dinner.